So software development process is hectic process in the sense traditionally whenever people used to build software, they used to go to clients and they used to take all the requirements the client wants to build the software. Then they used to come to their office and they used to sit and plan what kind of a database they need to design, what kind of technology they'll be using, what kind of design and all they'll be using for this particular application. Once everything is set, they used to make sure that all the coding and engineering part would be done, and parallelly all the cost related things also will be done. And once that's done, client used to get the software, and when they used to see it, they used to be like, okay, it's fine or it's not fine, and do something else again. And it used to again go into development process. And when it used to go to development process, people have no idea like how to again fix it, because whatever the requirement they got, they have used that requirement and they built it. And now there is new requirement, and when new requirement arises, they have to build everything again from scratch from database level. This was causing lots of problems in like big organization, so that there were lots of solutions for this, and big businesses have already fixed it, and they are available with lots of different architecture, which you can go to Google or you can ask ChatGPT, so that you can know that what kind of architecture they are using currently with lots of concepts and all. So in this video I just want to explain you what is CI/CD, but before explaining that I just wanted to tell you that okay, this was the problem that whenever software development process was going on, when new requirements used to arise, the things used to get lots of difficult for these programmers to develop it and ship it to the client. And whenever that used to happen, there used to be lots of business delay, and of course when there is a delay, there was like high cost associated with it, which business had to pay to these programmers or these big companies. So because of that, all these big tech giants and like big companies try to implement something like CI/CD. CI means continuous integration. So as a DevOps or a programmer, let's try to understand what is meant by this continuous integration. So you obviously know what is Git and what is GitHub. So when you are like working on like project for some kind of client or like something like some coding related project, that time when you are working in your feature, like for example, you are like being assigned to work on like authentication feature for one application, that time you are going to code that in separate branch, and once your coding is done, you are going to push it to the main branch. And when you are going to push it to the main branch, in that branch all the integration will be done, and like you, lots of people are going to work on their own features, and one person might be working on some kind of product CRUD operations, and when that person is finished with his branch, that is his work, that time he is also going to push it to main branch only. So when all these people in the team are going to push it to the main branch, that main branch will become that single point of like everything. So when that happens, whatever is in that particular main branch includes everything, and it can be tested and it can be shipped to the production level if everything is fine in it. So this is called as continuous integration. So when all the people in the team are going to work and they are going to work on whatever the things they are supposed to work on, and in the end they are going to merge it to the main branch, and that main branch is going to be center point for all the people's work. And people who are testing it and seeing it, they can like verify that whether main branch is working or not. If it is not working, what caused it to not work, and which team are supposed to fix it. All these things can be done. This is called as continuous integration. And now if we are talking about continuous delivery, this is also similar to continuous integration only, but there is difference. That difference is in this particular continuous delivery, all the people are working and they are going to work in small development cycles in order to achieve one small feature in application, and they are going to release it. So whenever client gives some new requirement, immediately that particular requirement can be implemented, obviously after planning and all, into the coding, and when that coding is done, immediately it will be released to the main branch which I was talking about earlier with the continuous integration. And this process of making sure that coding is done immediately in small life cycle is called as continuous delivery, and sometimes it's also referred as continuous deployment. That makes sense because when all this coding is done and it's being released, that time client should be able to check the software and test it. This will make sure that whenever coding or development process is going on, parallelly client can view the application and they can try it out. If you are like noticing lots of these Google Play Store applications, they have something like beta program, and if you join that beta beta program, or even if you don't join that beta program, every now and then there will be updates. When you wake up in the morning, if you see your application list, there will be one or other application which literally got changed before you went to sleep, and there will be new features. So all these new features are possible because of continuous deployment, and CI/CD is going to make sure that everything is rapidly done and released to the end users, so that they can test and maybe ask for newer features or report existing features bugs. So as a DevOps, it's your job to set up all this continuous integration and continuous delivery process, so that your organization can rapidly build and ship new application with new features faster than before. This is going to help business lot, because the requirement cycle will be keeps on coming and new products will be keep on shipping automatically. And as a DevOps, you should make sure that all the new releases will work fine, and you have to build entire this architecture that when coder codes it, it should be released online and it should be tested and everything should be fine. As a DevOps, this is your job. So that's the main reason why these big companies require DevOps in first place. So that would be it for this video, guys. I hope you understood what is CI and CD, and if you have some doubts, just put it in the comment box below and I'll reply to it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.